One day, I was very tired from working and I slept earlier. So during the middle of sleeping, I smelled something weird. I opened my eyes and I shouted, "Holy F!" I saw a chocolate object crawling on my bed with 2 tentacles moving on its head. It was a damn cockroach. I immediately jumped out from my bed and I couldn't sleep afterwards. But ladies and gentlemen, I shouldn't behave such behavior. I should be friends with the cockroach. And all of us here should use it as our daily role model. Let me tell you why that is. But before that, let me share with you a few stories. I have communicated and socialized with many people in my entire life. But there's this one woman who is very unique. And she has definitely changed my life. Take a look at this picture of this woman. She has 2 eyes, 2 ears, 1 nose, 1 mouth, paired with a very normal short hair. Her smile is innocent as well, and her physical appearance shows that she is quite short and skinny. If there is one cartoon character that describes her, she is definitely Tom from Tom and Jerry show. Because she looks like she easily gets bullied by others, just like Tom always gets bullied by Jerry. No. You are very wrong if you have that thought. She might look like Tom, but she actually behaves like Spike, the muscular bulldog who always kicked Tom's ass from the same show. You see, in our Chinese culture, there's this thing called Chinese zodiac, which consists of 12 zodiac animals that represent our birth year. And this woman's birth year was represented by zodiac tiger. Ladies and gentlemen, that is how she actually behaves as strong and fierce like a tiger. I can guarantee she is stronger than all the men I've known so far, including me, myself. I can only lie on my bed when I was sick, but she can do chores and cook even though her body temperature reaches 40 degrees Celsius. No joke. At office, she is a manager that leads the whole purchasing department. Ooh, she is excellent in argument. Everyone at her office will definitely lose an argument with her. The only person she doesn't dare to argue is her boss, just like Spike doesn't dare to fight with his owner. But behind the scene, she is actually an excellent leader who always guides her junior very well from A to Z. Just like Spike always cares for his son Ty from Tom and Jerry show. Ladies and gentlemen, she's actually my mother. Could you spend 3 seconds to clap for my mother and to all your beloved ones who is strong and sacrifice for you? Okay, 3 seconds has passed. Stop clapping. Let's move on to the next story. From kids to teenager, I was a very quiet person and I'm very shy to talk in front of people, especially to females. I couldn't even maintain my eye contact with them, and my hands would definitely shiver when I'm talking in front of a crowd. I was like, damn, I missed a lot of golden opportunities back then to get a girlfriend. No wonder I'm still single until now. But back to my story. I am an engineer, by the way, who sit in front of a laptop, looking at boring drawings from morning to night. I choose engineering because I like mathematics when I was a child, and I also have a thought that engineering could make me rich. What a funny thought that engineering could actually make me rich. I also have a stupid thought that engineering is more on designing instead of talking, because talking in front of people is... I hate talking in front of people. But, in fact, what I never thought is, to get an engineering job, I need to go through interviews. And what should we do in interviews? Of course, open my mouth and talk! And that's why I failed most of my interviews back then, because I couldn't talk well. I realized I must do something to overcome this fear and weakness. That's why I actively scroll LinkedIn to gain some insight on communication and interviewing skills. So one day when I was actively scrolling my LinkedIn, I discovered this club called Clang Bilingual Toastmaster Club. I still remember their LinkedIn post stated that I can join their club for free to improve my public speaking skills. So I immediately attracted by the word free, and I immediately inquired about the club. But sadly, the person in charge said, what is free is only for the registration fee. I still need to pay the hidden 60 ringgit for the monthly membership fee. I was like, wow, what a good marketing strategy. But never mind, I still joined the trial meetings anyways. So during the meetings, I was chosen to present a short impromptu speech. And my speech was very, very terrible. My pause filler was tremendous. But the members then motivates me instead of criticize me. I'm not sure whether their motives were genuine or they just want to attract me to the club. But that's not the main point. The main point is, my other side has started to open up. I started to talk more because speaking in front of people is actually not that difficult. So I paid the fees and joined the club, and also did my first full prepared speech for the first time in front of the crowd. I still remember my speech title was about my career after graduation. I remember I joined the meeting online. I presented my speech at my previous company pantry. I talked about my life in that previous company. And I say that my life there was very suck. Job load like CEO, but the wages like a waiter. My boss always asked me to do overtime, complain here, complain there, using a big chicken mouth. So during the meeting, I couldn't even stop talking because I finally could release my emotion, my stress to the public. And the moment I finished my speech is the moment I felt so relieved. And from that day onwards, my interest in public speaking has started to rise. Ladies and gentlemen, you must be wondering, how is my story related to cockroaches? Well, the first one I want to tell you is cockroaches like cheating. And I do like cheating very much. I have cheated my family members, I have cheated my friends, my colleagues, and some of the audience here as well. But I didn't feel guilty at all. In fact, I should have cheated more. You see, the term cheating here is always referred as something dishonest or bad to achieve your own desire. But did you know that cheating is another way to describe leveraging? You see, cheating is an act that you take something from others for your own advantage, which is quite similar to leveraging, when you borrow something from others for your own benefits. So cheating is equal to leveraging, and leveraging is also equivalent to investing. Let me share with you a few examples. You leverage bank's money to acquire a property. Then you leverage tenant's rent to pay your housing loan, allowing you to build your equity on that property using other people's money. And that is called property investment. If you're a business owner, you leverage other people's talent to help you run your business. If you're a startup founder, you leverage investor money to help you fund your business. If your company grows large enough and listed in IPO or initial public offering, you will actually leverage public capital to help you further expand your business, and all of it is called business investment. And lastly, the simplest form of leveraging is where you leverage other people's strength to improve your weakness, and that is called networking investment, which I like to use it a lot. You see, my Chinese zodiac is actually a dragon, but my attitude doesn't resemble a dragon at all. I'm a scaredy caterpillar who always hides inside a cocoon. I'm a follower instead of leader. I'm very shy to talk in front of people. I still remember one of the Chinese New Year. A friend of mine invited me to his house for Chinese New Year celebration. I immediately rejected, and I lied that I was inside a shopping mall. But the truth is, during that time, I was very free, sitting at my house looking at the ceiling only, because I have this fear of socializing. That's why, to overcome this fear, I need to steal and leverage my mother's strong characteristic. My mother was a very independent person, where she always takes buses or MRT to work, even though she can ask my father to fetch her. She is an excellent leader who always guides her junior very well from A to Z and share opportunities with them. That is why I learned from her. I learned from her to become more independent and resilient by spending 30 minutes walk to MRT station, another 20 minutes walk to a public coaching center to become a junior public speaking coach so that I can improve my public speaking skills. I also learned to become more talkative by joining Klang Balingo Toastmaster Club so that I can become talkative just like my mother, who is very excellent in argument. But to be honest, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes I do feel tired and want to give up during the whole leveraging process. But I always ask myself this question. My mother, who worked 10 times more than me, but she didn't even complain a word of tired or give up. So why should I? And that's why until today, until this moment, I still continue to leverage my mother to improve my weakness. Just like cockroaches leverage their dark environment to protect their eggs, and just like cockroaches to leverage their tentacles to sense danger, and just like cockroaches leverage their skin color to blend into the environment to hide from their enemies. Ladies and gentlemen, another thing I want to tell you is, our life is actually like a marriage. There are 3 important phases in our marriage, and the first phase is loving phase. Is where you met your loved one at first sight. You and your partner hold hands together and celebrate birthday, anniversary day, Valentine's Day, this day, that day, every single day you and your partner celebrate. So one day, if you are a male, you will kneel down and you present your wedding ring to your partner and ask, would you marry me? If you are a female, your face will be full of tears and happily say, of course I will. And that is a summary of the first phase, loving phase. Then you come to the second phase, which is kind of sad, and that is problem phase. Even though you love your partner very much, but there are times where you and your partner argue due to conflict of different opinions. For example, you like local food, but she likes Western food. You like to play video games, but she likes shopping. You like color blue, but she likes color red. You like this, she like that. And then, boom, argument happens. Things become worse where you both have a child, where you both will face a serious problem, and that is financial problem. You see, in the world of inflation, the amount of money to raise a child is almost equivalent, and maybe more than the amount of money to buy a house in London, in city area. No joke. So with all of that, you definitely cause a few arguments between a husband and wife. Then leads to the third phase, and that is coping phase. It's where you and your partner cope with the problem. There are only two ways coping with the problem. The first way is you and your partner calm down after an argument, where you find a time to discuss and sort out the problem. And the second way is the problem leads both of you think that you and your partner are not suitable to each other anymore. You and your partner find a time as well, but this time you and your partner visit the lawyer firm and sign the divorce paper. Pretty sad, right? This is very similar to our life, you realize it. Take me for an example. During the loving phase, I like mathematics and I like to deal with numbers. Plus, in the eyes of Asian parents, there are only 3 occupations that is considered successful: doctors, lawyers, and engineers. So without any hesitation, I immediately studied science stream during secondary school and I pursued engineering degree afterwards. Then come to the sad part, which is problem phase. During university time, I always ask myself this question, whether I actually like engineering, because my interest in engineering has started to fade after I touched those boring subjects like thermodynamics, mechanics of vibration, mechanics of fluids, calculus, which give me tons of headache. What is most frustrating is none of them is applied in my real-life engineering job. I not just need to relearn all those real-life engineering technical knowledge, I also need to relearn how to present the meeting, communication skills, how to file income tax, how to manage loan commitments, financial management skills, how to lead a team, leadership skills. But what is most frustrating is my salary is not as glorious as what my parents think. I still remember I saw a job advertisement for a waiter in a shopping mall. The salary range is actually higher than my engineering role. Wow, I was there thinking, why the F I'm so stupid to suffer in a 4-year degree just to get a paper that only qualifies me for the job that pays lower than a waiter? Then come to the third phase, coping phase. Even though my interest in engineering is not as strong as it used to be, but I still choose to stay at my current engineering company because the company offers me non-engineering related opportunity. It could help me build my foundation. Plus, my interest in public speaking has started to rise after I joined Clang Barnacle Toastmaster Club. That is why I might shift my career to sales engineer instead of design engineer, or I might quit my engineering role entirely and I become an entrepreneur instead. But currently, I'm still searching and finding my career path. Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm trying to say is our life is not as straight as what we imagine. There are times we might meet obstacles that could disrupt our path, or there are times we might meet a few new turns that could lead us to a new entire life journey. Just like cockroaches, will they run in a straight line when you hit it with a slipper? Of course no, they will run left and right to run away from you. Or they suddenly spread their ugly wings and fly away from you, or maybe fly towards you. Just like our life, full of changes, full of surprises, and will not always be a straight line. Ladies and gentlemen, cockroaches might look disgusting and ugly, but they can be our very good life teacher. They are very strong and resilient. That is why they can survive at most of the environment. The life of a cockroach is like what Michael Jackson has said. Michael Jackson once said, you better run, you better do what you can. Don't wanna see no blood, don't be a macho man. Come on everyone, let's sing me or clap with me. You wanna be tough, better do what you can, so beat it. But you wanna be bad, just beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it. Louder, I cannot hear you. Oh, everyone just beat it. Showing how funky, strong is your fight. It doesn't matter who's on alright. Now I want to hear the loudest from you all. After this, everyone say, Just beat it! Now, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, you only have two choices in front of you. The first choice is you continue to stay at your comfort zone and continue to become the weak man or woman that afraid of this little harmless cockroach. Or you can choose the second path where you better run away from your comfort zone, leverage other people's strength to overcome your life changes so that you become as strong as a cockroach that could potentially defeat enemies that are 10 times stronger and bigger than you. The choice is yours, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.